Okay, hello. Testing, testing. We're all good. Good evening, everybody.
Now you go where?
We're in this hole for too long now? 31 months. Damn, that is a long time, Scruffy Marks. Thank you so much for the tier 1. If R2 of derivative isn't called acceleration, I'm canceling the designer. How about a point of inflection? Okay, okay, let's forget about it. Let's not go on a tangent. Otherwise, it's a slippery slope. Okay, I'll stop. Saraji man, hello, Kiazo. D over DC nuts.
Excited
Love
for
it.
this build. Cheers, Daigo.
Oh, thank you, Mason, for the 5 gifted. Damn. Emery with the 11, thank you. What if I like integrals? Then you take the derivative, and then you take the integral. But don't forget about the constant. I can do math, not math. Can this keyboard teach me calculus again? Only Isaac Newton will teach you calculus again. You'll have to get him from his grave somehow. Oh, Justin, hello. Thanks for the 5 gifted. Thank you, thank you. Flyback, how's it going? Christian, let's see. Oogtug, Solid Bear, Killswitch, Illusion. 안녕하세요. Hello. Hello, Wen. Jackno, hello. Mr. EPP, hello. How's it going? Mr. Kupo, hello. I'm excited for the build too, though. Let me subtract myself from this stream. Blue Crayon, I can finally ask an opinion about the derivative. Yeah, that's true, you can. Thank you, Daigo. I think I'm pretty sure that's what people in like a few of my Chinese friends' parents would call me Daigo. And at first I was like, oh, it's Diego, and they're like, oh no, this is just the way we can pronounce it, so it just works for us. I'm like, okay, that's fine. How Diego? That's a good one though. Sporky, hello. All right. Linus says your name is Daigo. Oh, damn it, Linus. Damn it. Is the GB this weekend? Yes. So the GB will be, I believe, this weekend, right? It starts this weekend and goes for 2 weeks, if I recall correctly. Chrono Man, hello. F double Prime Max. Can I learn calculus? I can learn calculus from this board. I'm in. Let's go. I think it's a P plate. I only like took a quick look at it, so I took a quick glance. So it's 2 a.m. Jurapika. All right. Keyword looking very thocky. Yeah, I'm ready for Tuesday. Monday's over. I'm ready for Tuesday. All right, so let's get started. So why don't we first start with a few fun things. So let's see, and let me just go in order of things here. So first of all, I guess I do have something to do first. How about we just start with a giveaway? Because we just hit 200 subs over here, and I did say that every 50 I'm gonna give stuff away. So let's do a giveaway first, and then we'll come back and do our scheduled stuff really quick. Just one quick race. Is that okay? Or are you guys over this shit? No giveaway. Leave it till the end. Keep people at the edge of their seats. You guys can vote on that if you want. If you have to. I don't have to. I'm not obligated to give stuff away. I said I would. Doesn't mean I have to. L in the Blackout Edition? Ah, okay. No fun allowed. We are doing math. Wait, yo, Diego, if you have like TX shims that would be helpful to get around the mounting quirk. Oh yeah, I do. I have tons of those. Justin. I have a bunch. Do we now early bird gets the worm? Yeah, early bird gets the worm. Sounds good. Alright, I'm gonna get that really quick. I think I have it right here. Okay, so the set I want to give away here is this cool set called Keycaps Esper. This set is actually pretty nice. Uses purple colors to drive the theme, but basically it's this like sidekick theme set. And I've showed it before, but basically it's like white, black, and purple. Pretty nice. Just to kind of give you a, you can take a quick glance here. It's a pretty nice set, to be honest. It does have some katakana sub-legends. It does have text plus icon on the caps, which is a rather interesting choice to make, but I personally am like, whatever about it. They do have some novelties. And then some accents, of course. So, and then, you know, space bars and other, you know, miscellaneous support that you'll need, you know, including the numpad, I think. So, it's all there. So, pretty nice set, Keycaps Esper. Let's get this away really quick. Here, let's go ahead and start up a quick marbles race. You know, sometimes I just want to do a giveaway with just like a keyword, but I just find marbles to be way too fun to not do it. You know what I mean? I love watching the marbles just go, and so it just has to happen. Oh, Sporky, damn, with the 5 gifted. Thank you so much. So generous of you. These guys, Christian and Ankit. JJW multiplier for things. Yes, are you guys keeping up to date with the JJW mech market multiplier? Or sorry, aftermarket multiplier? I heard it's very wait, why is my marbles doing a weird thing where it doesn't? Oh wait, there we go. Okay, now it's full screened, I think. Okay, so let's see, marbles. All right, there. Okay, I'll make it bigger. Is that better? Make it a little bit bigger. Oh, it's blocking the chat though. So let's just make it so that it doesn't block the chat fully. All right. All right. I guess that kind of works. All right. Let's go to the community maps really fast. It's a derivative on the RRP. Alright, let's just do a random map, I guess. I'll stop now. Oh, that sounds rough. 93% elimination rate? I don't think that's gonna end well. 72%, that's okay. Daunting rolling doomsday. That sounds good. Alright, let's do this. Alright, folks. Just go ahead and get signed up here. I'll start a quick timer here. So I think a minute is probably more than enough for this. And I'll join myself. Because if I win, I'll give it to... I don't know. What was the mech market multiplier again? Someone tell me. Or the aftermarket multiplier. What was it again? The quoted one? 2.47? Okay, I'll give it to the 24th winner of the race. No, 25th. Oh no, wait, 2.91 is the one. Yeah, so the 29th. I'll give it to the 29th winner. If I win. If I win. Okay, obviously this goes to the first place if they win. I mean, if they you know, if they happen to be someone different from me. Alright. Let's get this Brit. Let's go. We marbling. Right off the bat. Alright, folks. Race gonna start in about 20 seconds. Oh, what was that? Some look, Siraji man with the pay to win marble. Alright, let's go here. We're ready to go. Alright, let's go. And we start falling off to this square thing, and some people... Oh, no one fell yet. One drunk man and lightning keyboards. You know lightning keyboards? I know that guy. Oh, lightning keyboards. Casually falling all the way down. No problemo. And rolling... On second, actually, Jura Pika and other people have caught up. I see Captain Mike J. Cloudy. I see Justin himself over there. Oh, Jura Pika makes it out. Tofu-sama. Lord Tofu. Alright, Jura Pika and myself and J. Cloudy and others quickly launching here in the boosting lines. We see some division here where we see Tofu-sama and Aeon and Fusebot take the lead on the second track, and they have now joined the main track again. I see myself in 5th place over there. Looks like this track is quite long. Aeon here trying to go through the little staircase looking thing. Naitos among others. Fusebot falling right behind. There's 4 different marbles here competing, 5 different marbles here competing in first, including myself, duh. So quickly going through here, we're gonna follow them here. Oh, this is not a great view, but let's just follow these marbles here, quickly going down the track. Some people seemingly got boosted over there and have made it far ahead, but it also looks like some people are dying down there, including Who's Your Tom among others. Astrox is leading forward. Someone just got bombed right there and got shot back.
You win, Daigo.
You can also get yeeted right there. Oh my god, Lightning Keyboards is so rigged! Oh my god, it got so rigged. Oh, this is rigged. Oh, Shona's with the jump. Holy moly, Kev KBD with the, is this a rigged ass marble? That was a pizza icon. Shonas and Kev KBD here leading forward with Lightning Keyboards. F that guy is a loser. Shonas and Lightning Keyboards, oh my god. Lightning Keyboards makes it out first. What is going on? And goes around the loop and is about to fall into this spinning toilet bowl thing. But Lightning Keyboards just falls casually. Oh, NBD. It's gonna be so rigged. Oh my god, just taking all the boosts. Shone is falling right behind Tiny Quack dying back there. I see Lightning Keyboards and Shone's and BRY Bowie. Oh my god, but Lightning Keyboards just casually rolling through to the rigged AF finish. So now that it's been rigged, I just need to make sure that the 29th winner is also rigged. So let me cast some magic here. Fuck. Alright. 29th winner is gonna be super rigged. Boom. Alright, so we see Shones and Kev KBD, all these people. Weagle made it to a finish. Mr. Kupo in 6th. Holy likes resin. Lana, Frankie, are there even 29 people? There's no 29 people! Opsmish is the last person here, so I think if Opsmish actually makes it to the finish, do we give it to Opsmish? Or do we just randomize this? Oh boy, there's not enough people. Prage. He's struggling. Oh no! Opsmish actually died. This is ultra rigged. I guess it was rigged all along. See, I told you, 29th winner was rigged as well. You know why? Because if there's no 29th winner, then I win it back. Just kidding. Alright. Lana Like Stick was the last winner in this case. I think I'm going to go ahead and offer it to Lana Like Stick because we should kind of continue on here. So Lana Like Stick has been offered the win here. Lana, do you claim? The multiplier they're referring to is how much JJW design keyboards are selling for 9. Oh, someone's explaining it. Oh, I see. Ayo? Wait, I don't even know what it is. I just got here. Oh, okay, I can show you. It is Canon Caps Esper. Actually, it's a set I think you would like. I think it's a set a lot of people would like. It's pretty neat. It's purple. It's white. It's like white and gray. Sort of. It's like a light gray on the modifiers actually. And black katakana legends. Pretty nice. I'll take it. Okay. That was a very eager. I'll take it. Anyway, Lana, I'll be in touch with you later on. So congrats on the win. Maybe we just write down who won this. Where's my marker here? Oh great. Okay, cool. Does this work? Okay, cool. rigged for Lana likes thick. Rigged by JD. Ron and no. Alright, cool. Congrats. Alright, let's go ahead and continue now. I know I had you waiting for like a good 10 minutes there. So let's go ahead and start. Alright, so here is our board. And then maybe after this song I'll turn it back to something more chill. It's a little too it's just bopping here. Alright, so here's a carrying case. Comes in a JJW branded blue carrying case. It even has JJW KB on the zippers. Super nice. Lovely blue. I love blue. And you open up the case and you first have a nice pocket here, meshed pocket, where we have our accessories. We have some mock switch bottoms here and some screws, O-ring. We have our plate, which I think is ultra high molecular weight polyethylene, but I might be corrected by Mr. Justin. But I think it is based on the material. Maybe it's polypropylene, I don't know, or aha, it is polypropylene. Thank you. I knew I was going to be corrected. So this is a PP plate, triple P. Okay, PP plate. We have a PP plate here. Very nice. Has these interesting cuts. I've actually never seen something like this, so I'm kind of intrigued. All right, and then we have our PCB, which looks to be designed by McLovin. I can recognize that logo. I'll correct build command shortly with the polypropylene plate. Okay, so we have a nice gray solder mask PCB, 60% PCB and C support only, does not appear to have any ISO support. It also has a caps lock indicator LED here available, and split backspace, step caps lock, regular caps lock, and split right shift, and 7U layout only. So this is the Z60 Revision 1 derivative PCB from McLovin. Very nice. Production PCB will also include ISO support. There you have it. Production PCB will include ISO support. Very nice. So for production, we're going universal poggers. That's always good. All right, we have some good old the switches you would have never guessed I would use. I never use those. I wonder what those switches are. I don't know. We have some good old TX tabs. JWix. Rizma, thank you so much for the 6 months, bud. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it.
We love you.
Aw. We love Hyun. Great. I'm sure a lot of people in the chat could say the same. I wonder what color it is. We actually did tease it last stream, so people already know. Some people don't, but here it is. It is silver HHKB. Shazam! There it is, the derivative. Has our little Dell symbol over there. And we have the JJW logo here. Very nice. There's the daughter board right there. It says derivative in the back as well. Very cute. Very nice. Little polished accent there. Looks super clean. And as you can see, it does have O-ring support. So there's the pillars. And then I assume there's space for the plate. Okay. So I can go ahead. Oh, the bump buds are already installed here. Cool. So I think the first thing I should do is, how heavy does it feel? Not quite heavy. This is, I'm gonna say it's definitely less than like 3 pounds. Right? Is it like around 3 pounds? Something like that. I can check. Yeah, okay, less than 3 pounds. Wow. Wow, I'm on point there. Okay, great. Yeah, so less than 3 pounds built. So it's a pretty light board. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and revise the build command to polypropylene for the plates on a polypropylene full plate. Okay, great. Alright, PP plate indeed. Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and test our PCB. I am going to get this daughter board stuff out for now. What makes this board over 600 US dollars? The price of production plus a margin that any designer would probably want to put on it. And probably, you know, well, I mean, people gotta put food on the table. So that's what makes up a price pretty much. I mean, this is like asking what makes blah a certain price, but if it's coming from the person who's making it, then it's probably just the cost of things plus whatever they need to also put food on the table. It's not 600, yeah, so it's 439 US. So there you go. I mean, sure, let's say you add tax, let's say you add shipping, let's say you add accessories, 600, right? Still, I think it's pretty much where most 60% custom keyboard kits are around these days. Outside of like some of the more mass-produced stuff or some of the more budget-oriented kits, I think that we've seen. All right, so let's oh, this already has a daughter board too. Oh, okay, well, how nice. We have 2 of them. I didn't even notice. All right. Have you tried the TX AP stabs? I have not. It is made with love and that is priceless. Yeah, if it's Justin's love, that is priceless. There's no price tag to that. How dare they? I can make this for myself for $150. Do they not know that machining is free? Yeah, machining is free, and I can get blocks of aluminum for pennies. And I will hand chisel it down to the shape of a keyboard. It's free. It's free. Alright, so let's get, I think they should already be in VIA. Yeah, and I was not wrong. I don't use the layer key there. And it looks like we have HHKBs, so actually that's okay. I don't really use the menu key. On Windows, I do like to have the Win keys on the corners instead of like in the middle. When I'm using a Mac, I do use Command, of course, closer to the spacebar because that's where it is on a Mac. Since it is HKB layout, we'll go with HKB layout stuff. So it's going to be split backspace and 7U and ANSI for the rest. So we gotta put pipe here and tilde here. And then we go to, whoopsie, whoops, tab here. Okay, and then we go to our first layer, and I'll put the rest, so like F keys. And then I like to have delete, caps lock. Okay, the rest is fine. What's this here? I like putting print screen on P, but some people do prefer different things. This should be home, page up, and then left, right. Don't need a numpad enter. And then this should be here, page down, and oh wait, no. Oh no, yeah, that's right. And then nothing, and then down, and then no need for numpad stuff there. All right, that's probably good enough. Oh, I forgot the up arrow. Up arrow, up arrow. There we go. All right, cool. All right, let's just test this guy. Whenever I map my HKB boards, I just put arrows, page down, page up, home, end, and caps in the layer. Yeah, well, I also put the F row keys because I do use them for like shortcuts and stuff. So, yeah. JT was luck. Hello, how you doing? But finally made it to stream. Oh, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. I'm doing all right. I mean, to be quite honest, last week kind of sucked for me, but today's been off to a pretty decent start, I would say. So I'm doing better than it was last week. Yeah, doing all right. Some exciting stuff happening. So yeah, but just busy around this time of the year. I mean, or rather, it's the ramp up period for me. I think it's just ramp up to with deadlines and, you know, other things. Alright, I mean, we should be good with the PCB, I think. I don't think I've ever had any McLovin PCBs fail on me yet. That's it. I mean, missing diodes and that kind of stuff can happen. You know. But everything's good. Production PCB is dark gray, gold, ENIG pads, and will have ISO support. Thank you. Can you pin that? Oh, yeah, pin that. Boom. That's cool. That's a cool feature from Twitch. Yeah, sure. 20 minutes is fine. Or unpin after, I don't know, 40 minutes? 40 minutes? It's fine. Oh, wait. It's between, oh, 30 minutes then. It's a max, I think. Alright. Alright, cool. I've had 2 fail on me this year. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, I don't think I've had any McLovin PCBs fail on me. Have you accidentally hit your shoulder cam? Yeah, I have all the time. With my chair especially, like the wheels will hit the tripod and it'll like move, like rotate or move. It's really annoying when it happens. But yeah, it happens. It does happen. It always happens to me, especially like off stream when I'm like getting stuff ready and then like I have it in place and then I like crash into it. I think once I'm streaming it's a little easier because I know I'm not gonna move that much. So anyway, just wanted to show the case once again here so that you can see it before I start actually doing all the stats and the building and whatnot. Here's the side profile, very nice and clean. We have very nice silver. It's a lovely bottom. Definitely a bit reminiscent of other designs like the KMC's 225 and the Keycaps number 1 design, which do have this kind of curving bottom, right? And then we do have this chamfer here that does vary from end to end. But it looks very nice, very clean lines. Just overall very pleasant design. Hey Diego, I'm interested in that polycarb TKL, and I was thinking of the Kage and the TKL1. Any others I should consider or standouts in that category? Just things that come up to my head right now are also the polycarb salamander by Heng Heng Hong Heng, right? HHHH. There was that. Yeah, I guess their TKL1 is definitely a good one. The Kage F13, right? It's a good one. I mean, I remember seeing the. I mean, if you like the Dolphin, the PC Dolphin's pretty nice in my opinion. I think it has like a silver top and a polycarb bottom, but you know. And then there's also, what else is there? I mean, I've seen like polycarb whale bottoms, like for Linwork stuff, if you like that design. The Jaguar, yeah, Jaguar round 1 had wind key cases and polycarb as well. Can't tell if I prefer this or the Moment. I think I personally prefer the derivative over the Moment design, but that might just be because the Moment has different bezel proportions, and I do like the ones on the derivative a bit more personally. But that's just a personal preference. I don't like the side profile in the Moment. I see. Smoke Gray PZ Kase. There's that too, sure. Moment design is unique. Yeah. It definitely is a bit different from other things that you've seen, I think. Which is good. Alright, so where's my here it is. PCXRF? I mean, yeah, if you want to do Topre, then that's definitely an option. I mean, you can do Topre and you can still use, I guess, MX keycaps if you use Topre to MX sliders, right? So that's always doable. Always an option. Moment for HKB, derivative for wind keyless. Oh, is that your preference? I think I actually might prefer it the opposite way. I think I might prefer the derivative for HKB and the Moment for wind key or wind keyless. And I think that might just have to do with the fact that the blockers, because on HKB they are touching the sides, basically they merge with the sides. I think for the bezel proportions, because I do prefer like that thinner bezel on the sides, I think having the blocker not next to the sides is ideal for me. Yeah, I was definitely I definitely thought of the Moment side bezels a bit differently because they are like a little bit bigger. So I actually thought that it looked better without having HKB blockers like that next to it. I did Winky for Moment and HKB for derivative, especially because of JJW mentioning about the derivative lip matching HKB side. Yeah. That, I mean, there's that little bit too. Yeah, HKB blockers will kind of showcase that part of the front lip a little bit more as well, right? Because it's gonna cross over to the side. Yeah, that is definitely nice too. Just for fun fact, the Moment bezels were designed for HKB as the width of the bezels will match. I see. Yeah. You know, you say that, but my personal preference was exactly the opposite. Which is just everybody has their own taste for that. And I think that does stem from the fact that the HHKB, the original like Happy Hacking keyboard, has really thin side bezels. And so I think I'm just too used to seeing that on the HHKB that seeing like a very thick side bezel for me is kind of like, huh? Fun fact, I'm eating soup. What kind of soup? I'm kind of craving soup, TBH. Don't have any right now though. Tomato soup with some crackers? Ooh, yum. Sounds good. Ooh, a grilled cheese and some tomato soup. Yum. That's the good shit. Had some udon earlier. Ooh, nice. I don't dislike thicker bezels in general. For me, it's all about the proportion. It's like front to side proportion. I think even bezels can be okay as long as they're not too big, basically. I don't know. You just have to look at the design to see. I mean, like honestly, it's definitely a case by case basis. I can't make a sweeping generalization just yet because I definitely have boards that aren't like in the category that I say I don't like. Or yeah. I mean, you know what I mean. Which color do you prefer for the derivative? Actually, Justin and I were talking about this before. Actually, after last stream, and I was saying that so actually I was sent a silver unit because Justin and I had a misunderstanding regarding what color I liked, and basically I love silver, so silver is like a no-brainer for me, right? It's like a no-brainer option that I would always pick because it's just great. It just works with a lot of colors. Just really dynamic. Like it's just great. Silver is like silver, black, and gray are just like the staples, right? But among the other more interesting colors, I really like the green and the clay. They're super different. So I'm very, very intrigued by them. But yeah. Y'all can't say this statement wasn't confusing? Oh my god, you're quoting me? It's okay. I done goofed. So it was my fault. But yeah, clay and the green are probably my like interesting picks that I would make if I were to pick one of, like, if I had to pick a color that's not the silver one here. But can't go wrong with silver though, like it's boards always run in silver, gray, and black. Like generally speaking, like those three are the more ubiquitous colors in keyboards, in custom keyboard kits, right? Because they're neutral and they go with a lot of things. Can't decide between green or blue. Coin toss. Coin toss time. Dirty champagne on top. I'm decided on clay and was thinking about what caps I would put on. Cafe might be good. Oh, cafe's probably kind of nice. It matched the R0 pretty good, and the clay was different than that, so I'm a bit worried. I mean, perfect matches are a little overrated. IMO, slight bit of contrast from non-perfect matches are pretty nice, to be honest. It can look very nice. It can be like more like a gradient than a perfect blend in kind of match with the case. So also because it is, the colors, like metallic colors are like anodized colors, or metallic colors just look different in lighting compared to plastic. So I think that's why it's also overrated. Fundamentals, I mean, yeah, neutral sets like fundamentals, or maybe, I don't know, like Sloth or Ursa, or like those sets could also look pretty good. Grage sort of sets. Brown, grage sort of sets, right? That's why you get metal keycaps. I guess. Hello, Rockcon. Hello. Oh, Risma with the Hug JD redeem. Oh my gosh. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me get this done. Haven't seen that in a while. I praise for grage. We pray for grageness. Zooted or beige? Oh, Zooted is an interesting pick too. I think Coderbra picked Classic Retro Arabic earlier. Beige is good. I guess. I mean, beige and silver is hard to miss. Like, it's a very, very well-known combo. People do use silver and beige all the time, right? Zooted could be interesting. I actually don't know what Zooted would look like on silver. I think I've seen a few pics, but I don't know. Would have to see it in person to really judge it. But I mean, I think it would look good because Zooted also is like a fairly light colored set. Pretty interesting and light colored set, so I think that might work too. I didn't see your refund. I'll do it later. Unless you wanna if you wanna push for Zooted, you can talk to Kodabra, and if you convince Kodabra, one of you can get the refund. I guess you can get the refund, Ankit, since you're the one who gets the merit of convincing the other person. Dandy, Dandy all green version sounds pretty nice too. I don't have the set, but it is a very pretty set too. Nice and soft green, right? I guess that green might go pretty well with the. Would that one go well with the amphibian green? GMK clones. I'm good with Kodabra's pick. It's a good one. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I genuinely don't even know what GMK clones there are, as in like, are they named something specific? Like outside of like, oh, this is like a GMK Darling like set. Like, oh, it's like, oh, Darling, PBT double shot, blah 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 set. Very cheap. 147 keys. Yada yada. Do you use BDZ for TX stabs? I don't. I don't use BDZ for anything for that matter. I use 205 for everything myself. I prefer 205 for stabs, or yeah, for pretty much for all stabs for myself, like whether it's Topa or MX, because I find it easier to apply. Like, I find the fact that it's not as thick is actually nicer to me. It gives me a bit more control. And I do recognize that, like, 205, like other fluids, like it definitely is going to like shift over time. Like, that is true. Like, if you store it vertically, or if you decide to like, you know, or if you decide to like not use a bore for a while, like, yeah, you might have to reapply a bit in time, but it still worked pretty well for me. So I have stuck with 205 over the years. I did go to try BDZ. I have tried it. I ended up not liking it as much. It's just too thick. It kind of felt like it was painting the stab. And for me specifically, yeah, I just kind of felt very ambivalent about it. Like, I just didn't feel strongly about it. So I figured, why not stick to what I'm familiar with and I am satisfied with, than switch to something just because it's there. Yeah, it's like toothpaste. Yeah. That's a very good comparison. And yes, you do like it, if the BDZ gets on anything, like, it is very hard to wash. The soap won't really do, like regular soap. Not completely anyway. Like, these greases are very inert, so they don't react with much, which also means that they will not dissolve easily. To dissolve it, like, it's like you need specific solvents. So yeah, washing things off like has to be by like abrasion sometimes, which is just rough. You heard it here. Diego recommends Colgate for your stabs. I haven't used Colgate in a while. I use Sensodyne myself though. Yeah, I use Sensodyne. I used to use Crest a lot. Colgate is fine too, to be honest. I think Colgate tasted, quote unquote, tasted better than Crest when I had a different Crest one, I think. But I do like Sensodyne a lot more. But, I mean, I'm not recommending toothpaste really, but yeah, it's just the one that has worked the best for me. And Sensodyne, if you buy it in bulk, like if you get those deals from like Amazon when they have like the pack of 3 or pack of 6 or whatever, like which will last you for years basically. Like if you maybe like if it's like 1 or 2 people using it at home, then like it'll last you forever. To have like one of those pack of 3 or whatever. And so yeah. I just hop on those deals, like, you know, they pop up on like Slick Deals or like on Reddit. So look at Diego with the 45 gram spring sensitive ass teeth. Yeah. Yeah, I also did would IPA work to get them off? But IPA isn't also like good for your skin, for example. Like it is abrasive to you too. I mean, not like a crazy bit, but like, yeah, it's still kind of abrasive to use like IPA or ethanol. Yeah, the deals come up a few times, like for bulk anything. This goes for like Tide detergent or for like, you know, toothpaste and toilet paper, you know, that kind of stuff. I prefer to buy stuff like that in bulk because it's like buy once, forget about it forever. Oh, I was thinking of your desk. Oh yeah, this is 45 gram. This is 45 gram Topre, yeah. Sensodyne, the real sponsor of the stream. I wish I had dentistry related sponsorships. That would be actually pretty pog because you know how much dentists fucking make, dude. Oral hygiene industry, man. Mad bank. It's crazy. Yeah. I gotta say, I don't have good teeth. I started going to a dentist when I was like 3 years old. So as soon as I had like my first few teeth, I was going to a dentist. I ate too much candy. All of them rot to hell and beyond. Basically like rot through my entire first teeth. And like I cost my parents so many dollars, or at least I guess I grew up in Mexico, so many pesos. I was going to the dentist from when I was 3 all the way to when I was 18, like at least a few times a month. So pretty bad. So yeah, my dentistry, my oral like my dentist history is just not great. My dental history. Anyway, all right. Let's get one of these redeems out of the way. Isn't there a fluoride issue in Mexico? Oh, you mean like for like minerals in the water or like fluoride in like foods and things like that? I don't know the very specific things. I also wasn't like I didn't consume like a lot of milk when I was like a baby, right? So my teeth were also kind of weak. So yeah, like my teeth are not very white, for example. And that's not from like smoking or anything. Did I miss free shit? Yes, you did. All right. Alright. So we're back. Thanks Rizma for the Hug JD redeem. Now Ron gets to use the LCD2s for a bit. Alright, so I'll put some switches here and get to test the stabs first. Oh my gosh, Justin, you don't have to do this. Thank you so much, though. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Damn. Such a gent. I missed it! Risma. SMH. Risma the Chusma. SMH. You actually missed it? That's funny. GG. That's what happens. I see you were not very interested. I'm gonna cry. Anyway. Hello, where's my gifted sub? You just dodged it, that's all. Fatal Ruin 023 with the Prime sub, thank you. Thank you. If there is a derivative R2, make the title of the stream dy squared over dx squared. It would actually be d square y over dx squared, by the way. Actually. Didn't understand any of that, that's okay. The original R0 was supposed to be called Prime instead of R0. Ah, nerds. Diego, you going to the NYC meet in April? The current plan is to go. Yes, I will try to attend the New York City meetup this April. Was a little too much. That's fair. That's fair. Don't blame you. Wait, what's the derivative of x squared? I mean 2x. When's the New York City meetup? When and where? It's April 1st, and I'm pretty sure tickets are already sold out for the New York City meetup, but there is a wait list, so, and there's always a very good chance that people don't go because they buy tickets but then they can't attend for one reason or another. So there is a wait list. But it is at the, I forget what it was called, Bohemian something in like Astoria. Pretty sure. Anyone flipping tickets? That's a hot thing to do nowadays. Oh my god. Ticket flipping. That's kind of crazy, dude. For meetups? That's insane. It's like, really? Just give it to somebody. Give it to them at cost. It's like, come on. Don't be that guy. Here it is. Oh, thanks, Eric. But yeah, that's the one. Pretty much. Like, bruh? Flipping keyword meetup tickets? Bruh. Bruh moment for real. This ain't no 2020-21. How many tickets were available? I actually don't know. I need to ask the organizer, but a good number of people go. So, and I'm pretty sure that the price, I mean that the cap is dictated by the venue size or like the capacity of the venue, like for safety reasons, right? So, but I don't remember. Probably a few hundred, like several hundred. I'm not sure though. 150? Oh, okay, there we go. 150 tickets. So it's not like a huge venue. It's not meant to be like this huge meetup, because it is like the second time they do it at that space. I think third time, second time, and so far so good, I guess. But I imagine if we needed a bigger space, we'd have to look other places too, though. Alright, so as you can see, I did add these two switch bottoms. So these are just switch bottoms that Justin included in the package here. This is to basically keep the O-ring all the way to the corners, as well as you know, to keep the plate parallel. But on the actual production unit, there will be a standoff that you will be able to screw in here, and basically that will keep the plate, you know, also separated and the O-ring nicely taut to the corners. So just FYI. Sounds pretty good. Maybe just a teeny bit of lube on the left side. Oh! Holy shit! Mr. Alex with the 356 party raid. Wait, 356 again? This is like the second. Am I having a deja vu moment? I'm pretty sure this happened before, right?
Hey yo, what's up everyone?
356 again. Alex confirmed from OTD.kr, I'm telling you. He is Danville, aka Ungsam, aka maker of the 356 series. Confirmed. Wow, damn, that's a huge raid. Thank you guys. Rob, thank you so much for the 20 months. Thanks a lot, guys. And it's the same 356 people from last time. Let's get it. He has a very consistent audience. I mean, that's for sure. I mean, Alex, of course, would have a consistent audience. He's a superstar. Anyway, thank you, Alex. I hope you had a good stream. What do you do today? If you have to go, it's okay. But if not, I hope you had a good stream, buddy. Damn, confirmed 356 maker. Yep. Okay, I think the stabs sound pretty good. TX stabs, very nice. Mammoth? Ooh, okay. Sounds good though. I'm gonna go eat. Oh yeah, it is late. As a fellow East Coast person, I imagine you didn't eat since like dinner time. So yeah, go eat. Have a good meal, dude. Take it easy. Alex Mammoth hungry now? Yeah. Diego, do you pick up any TX AP stabs during the last drop? No, I did not pick any from the last in-stock drop, but I will be picking some up pretty soon. Oh well, by soon I mean between like probably like a few weeks to a month. Just not right away. Yeah. Mostly haven't picked up any new stabs just because. Oh, first of all, the AP stabs I just missed the drop. Like I just didn't realize they were dropping, and yeah, just forgot. And yeah, like I will be buying like just a bunch to have around, like, because I think I am running low on TX stabs now too. So. Diego tunes all stabs into AP. So it's almost perfect. I guess that's fair. It would be almost perfect. 205 is certainly by no means perfect. I know that people do say like, oh yeah, but 205 versus the others like the electric or BDZ. But yeah, I do agree. Like it does shift and move around a bit over time, and you will probably have to reapply it after a while. Sometimes it's soon, sometimes it's later, but yeah, it does happen. Even with the nicest stabs that you might have, it just happens. It's super arbitrary too in a way, like the movement. They just shift, man. It's just grease. Bean says thoughts on Black Ink V2 versus Oil Kings. Ooh, I would say if you ask most people these days, people will say Oil Kings because they come in pretty nice stock and people have been enjoying the sound of them a lot. That said, I do still think like Lube and Film Gateron inks were pretty nice. They had a prime, and I do still think they're nice. I would say that it's probably not people's top pick right like nowadays, but it's not a bad pick either. So I think go for whichever you like aesthetically the most, maybe, or just whichever is more accessible or cheaper to you perhaps, but both aren't bad picks, I would say. Like neither is bad. So, but I would definitely think that most people would pick Oil Kings these days. Yeah. Let's see. Cankeys is going to be getting TX AP. Oh, nice. Sweet. I hope the AP ones aren't too much like Stabies. I think not. I mean, I would hope that they don't have very tight tolerances. My hope for the AP stabs. I would say like I prefer stabs to not have like super tight tolerances because it makes tuning a little bit more tedious. You just have to be a lot more meticulous. Actually, because you just have to apply less, and when you do that, you can mess up like how much you put on, like for Lube to fill the space and whatnot. Which happens like with TX, or like in this case, like the QMX stabs also had that a bit of that, like where you kind of have to really nail it down when you're tuning them. So let's see. I know Alex hates Permatex dielectric and loves Loctite dielectric. I need to get more dielectric grease soon. Is the Loctite worth 40% price increase? I actually don't know. Justin. I haven't had. I got 205 at some point, like after it came out, and I realized how much nicer I felt about using it compared to the previous solutions which I was using. I was previously using either dielectric grease or Super Lube, which is also another PTFE based lubricant, right? Super Lube unfortunately like does kind of like dry up over time. So that was something I didn't like, but as soon as I adopted 205, I just gave away my like tube of dielectric because I was like, I'm probably not gonna go back to it, and it's just been sitting for a few months now. And I was just like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna use it, so I just gave it away. And so ever since, I don't think I have had a tube of dielectric grease, which has been several years now. That said, I did use Permatex when I used to, but I think now there's like, yeah, there's like Loctite and other options. Bro, I just had the best luck with GAT V2 stabs I got for 15 bucks. Nice. Worked perfect with BDZ and 205. Yeah, that's good. What are the current top picks and why? I mean, isn't it because your favorite streamer tells you that they're their top picks? Just kidding. That said, for me, I still stick to a lot of Gateron and Cherry for the most part for switches. So I'll probably stick to that till the end of time. I just think Gateron and Cherry switches are just very reliable and nice. That said, I do like some JJW KB and other things too, like, or like I've tried some of those like KTT and what is that, like Avlion and some other brands, right? There's like Otemu and a bunch of others. But yeah. What are those headphones? Oh, the ones that Ron has over here. Those are LCD2's pre-phasers from Odyssey. Back then 205 was like liquid gold. That's true. 205 is very expensive. That said, I did buy 205 in bulk when I realized I would be using it a lot. It is expensive still. It's a very expensive thing. Okay, so I'm just catching up. Thoughts on Cherry MX lock switches? I think they suck. They're expensive for the reason that they're harder to get, but I personally think they suck. You do have to mess around with like debound settings and other things if they're not working for you properly, but that's it. I personally don't find the utility for them. Why do that when I can just hold the key? And also, just novelty wise, I personally don't find the locking mechanism to be that good. Like, it's this plastic on plastic mechanism that doesn't work great. So I personally don't like lock switches. What do you think about Zaku switches? I think they're very loud. They're nice if you like the long pole linear type of switches and kind of like very clacky, very loud switches. I personally am not a huge fan of long pole switches, so I avoid them myself. I don't really get any of like Zaku's and like a lot of long pole stuff. I have some Duroc Palms, I have Reds, I have some other ones, but I don't get them often. Kale, yeah, I do get kale switches sometimes, like creams, and like there's a time I used box switches before Boxgate happened. So I do switch it up once in a while. Yeah, I think right now for stabs, I would get either TX stabs. Stabies are good for screw-in, and cherry clip-ins always work. Is it Lube from Divinity Key good? Yes, I think so. Do you like Zeal clickies? I personally haven't tried clickies, actually. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've gotten around to try them. Maybe I'll see them at a meetup. I mean, at the meetup that's coming up soon. I don't remember seeing it last time I went, but maybe this time I'll see it. So I'll let you know my thoughts if I do. Lavenders are good. I do like lavenders. I do like to wipe off the stock lube from the lavenders, however, because they do have quite a bit of stock lube sometimes, or maybe it was just that one batch at the beginning. Maybe nowadays they're okay, but lavenders are pretty good switches. I do have them. I have them in my unicorn, actually. What's Boxgate? Oh, Boxgate. The Kale Boxgate. Basically, the Kale box issue, it was at a particular point in time, Novelkeys was the main source of box switch for a bit, like at the beginning, because they were the ones to introduce it along with Kale, like in a partnership. And what happened back then was basically it was verified that the stems of the box switches were a bit thicker than spec, basically, and so they were breaking, like they were splitting, you know, keycap stems. It was actually fine with like a lot of like PBT and like some of the bigger like keycaps, like SA keycaps and like some DSA and stuff like that, but like for like cherry profile stuff, which ends up being kind of tight, they were breaking stems. And so there was this whole big issue about like basically being like, oh, like don't buy box switches because they have issues and we need to like check them. And so eventually, yeah, you know, Novelkeys did what they had to do. They obviously like helped people out and also went ahead and, you know, got in touch with Kale and got that fixed. I think after that, ever since I haven't really heard of anybody complain about box switches breaking keycaps or anything like that. So personally, I haven't heard any much record of it. But it was a thing at one point. I think it might have been like 2017 or 2018 or so. Thoughts on Alps or Topret? Love them. Specifically for tactiles. Clickies, I think Alps are fantastic. SKCM blues are lovely. I mean, I do like SKCM orange as well. Salmon's probably under orange for me in terms of like ranking, so to speak. SKCM browns, they're good, but they're too heavy to use on a typical like day work schedule. Just very tiring. I've tried others like SKCL greens and yellows and whites and neon greens. I've tried too. They're okay. I think my favorite have been SKCM orange for tactile and SKCM blue for clicky. And whites can be okay, but nah, I don't like the high pitch click that they have nearly as much. I love Topre though, for tactiles. Specifically, I like Topre 45 gram uniform, like this one, or like in a lot of HKBs pretty much. 55 gram gets a little bit tiring. It's more like a 70-75 gram bottom out, so it can be kind of tiring. I've tried, oh yeah, there's also like the creams, undamped creams and that kind of stuff. Those are good too, actually. A little bit harder to get, but those are good. My first ever custom switches were box whites. What a blast, man! That's a while back. You know that there's a collector who would always build with box whites. Very well-known collector from the West Coast, for sure. He used to always build his switches with box whites. People know. Everyone who hasn't been around for a while who know him know this for a fact. Well, a very well-known fact. I miss OG creams. Kale creams? I mean, they're... Oh, or are you talking about different ones? What's your favorite 65% clacky keyboard? Man, I don't know. I think clacky is determined by your switch and your plate, so you can just choose whichever 65% you like, and then decide on the switches later. Boxwide V2s. I mean, Boxwides are great clickies. Click bar was a great new mechanism for MX style clicky switches. Probably one of the biggest innovations to happen in MX style switches, like in the recent 10 years. Do you pick up a QK75? No. Was it someone from Top Clack? No. No. It was no one who streamed or anything like that. Alright, I'm gonna turn on the fan. They should do box navies and box shades. Super nice as well. Trying to find something similar to Kohaku 65. I mean, people like the Mary 65. I'm not sure if you would call it clacky, but I do feel like you could build a clacky build, so to speak, depending on what switches you decide to use. Maybe some SP stars or something, or some like long poles. Could be kind of clacky. Silicone dampened click bar might make a neat click thud sound. Huh. That would be interesting. Yeah. I actually do wonder. Huh, did McLovin change their pads? They do seem a little bit smaller in diameter than some of their previous PCBs, which kind of makes me glad because I didn't like how big some of the diameters for the pads were before. This is more normal size for through-hole components. Isn't this the guy with the Giga Collection Museum of their keyboard collection? Not if you're thinking about the person in China who has like a collection displayed with like Gunpla and that kind of stuff. No. This is actually someone who just, yeah, they have a big collection, but they're not like, they don't post like that stuff like online much. They like share photos and stuff, but I don't think they like post like pictures of like full collections and that kind of stuff. Depends how you define whale, so to speak. I mean, if someone has a large collection, are they whales necessarily? So would you consider me a whale, quote unquote, if I collect a lot of stuff, but it's been done over 6 years now? 7 years? Yes, you are a whale, Diego? Wow. Damn. Okay, that's fine. I'll take it as a compliment and leave it alone. I would consider 5e a whale because all his shit is just forever gonna be behind glass. Okay. I guess? Yeah, I guess that's true. Probably because it was intended for the purpose of displaying that way, right? So, a little different from someone who's like using it. Or like, I don't know. You at least use most of your stuff? I do run through all my stuff, like, eventually, yeah. Oh, a lot of Liam with the party of 99. Welcome, welcome. I think this is the first time I've been rated by a lot of Liam. Hello. Hello, Liam. Howdy, howdy. How's it going? I'm not sure. Liam, what do you do for stream? Welcome. Is this also from keyboards, or is this just for makers and crafting? I'm a keep nerd like you. Oh, okay. Welcome. Thank you, Liam. Well, welcome back. I hope you had a good stream. What do you build then today, or what do you do today? Okay, for my first in a couple of years, did a parallel sequence. Oh, actually, for the person who was looking for a nice 65, I think the parallel sequence people have talked about it a lot. And also some of the other parallel boards, I think people have talked good things about them, like as far as like usage goes. I mean, there is this one. Was it a sequence maybe? I built that with like Zaku's, and if you wanted clacky, that was the definition of clacky. It was really loud. Not my preference, but it was that. Oh, Mr. Zilla, hello. How goes it? My sequence had Zaku's for a while. I tried out Geom X Haimu Blacks in it this time. I have not tried the Haimu switches. I only know for Haimu switches, I only know those heartbeat switches that Canon Keys carries that are silent. But other than that, don't know too many Haimu switches, or at least haven't used many myself. I probably should try more new things, but I really don't do too much of it, huh? Is it bent, or is it? Oh, I think that pin is bent. Very light and high pitch. I got them from Divinity. They're pretty cheap, different from the long pole Geom Blacks. Oh, nice. Are they still long pole though? So I mean, what I don't like about long pole is not how they sound. It's actually just the fact that they're reduced travel. So are they still like under 4mm travel? I just wish there were more 4mm travel switches that like can be different, but just not shorten travel relative to the norm. It just throws me off. I don't mind the sound of like long pole switches as much. I mean, I actually do like them. Just don't like the speed style switches. Dio, you can just clip off the long pole. You can, but I'm sure you would also be pretty anal about this, basically. But wouldn't you be concerned that you're not clipping them off perfectly for every single switch, and you'll be nice and consistent for every single switch? You got me there? Yeah, see? That's what I would think too. Like, I would be like, I can do that. I know I can clip like speed silvers or something, or that I can like chop off whatever is causing that shorter travel, but yeah, it wouldn't be consistent anymore. We need a goalpost emote. I see. So it's not long pole, but it is travel under 4mm. Yes, which is something I don't like personally. I know that to be the case for a bunch of different switches that I've seen these days. It's not. Is that they still technically are full travel. They do. You can still see the stem go all the way down to the edge of the top housing, but unfortunately the travel is still shorter for one reason or another. I mean, probably just because of the depth of the parts. Okay, just double checking the joints here. Looks good. Yeah, looks pretty good. Drew will move the goalpost with every pole clip. Goal pole moving. What about 4mm travel, but only pole bottom out? Oh, I mean, I don't mind. Yeah. I wouldn't mind a switch that is like long pole sounding, but is still 4 millimeters of full travel distance. I don't think I would mind that. I mean, I'll try them. If I think they're too loud or just like not my thing, then I just don't use them. But I do prefer like a full 4 millimeter travel switch just from habit. It's like muscle memory. 1,500 gram springs. Oh my gosh. Long bottom housing hole, long poles or something. Yeah, like kale creams are basically that, right? So, like, they exist. They're called kale creams. Creams do not actually land. That's true. Creams. Oh, that's right. There was that one switch I didn't solder because I think the thing was bent, right? Okay, let me fix that. Okay. Already bought a ton of creams ready to unload on the market when they shoot up in value. I guess so long as Novel Keys LLC exists, that won't happen though. But, well, I mean, so the thing about creams is that they still, even if they don't bottom out on the pole, they still sound nice and clacky, you know? Like, they still have that kind of like sound profile. And if you put the stems into a different switch, they act like long pole just because the housings are deeper on the cream stock housing itself. But at least the stem itself, like if you put it somewhere else, like it still works as like a long pole switch, right? But yeah, I mean, what I mean is that the sound profile of creams are pretty, like they have that like loud and clear kind of bottom out, but they do still preserve the travel distance, right? Oh, Tyler, keyboard live. Wow, a lot of raids today. 39. Thank you so much. How are you? Thanks for the raid. Oh, hi Kim. How are you? Sneaker Rap, Snoopy. How's it going? What's cooking? Alright, I see this working fine. Oh, whoops. Didn't open the right. There. Okay, cool. Everything's working. Do you like the Osu Genshin event? Oh, I love it. I love the rhythm event on Genshin. I tried so many of the custom beat maps that people made for it. Love it. Love to try it. Love to try it on both mobile and desktop. Just very fun. Very, very fun. I actually wish they didn't just phase it out. TBH. Like, it was like, I wish it were just not like a temporary thing. I wish it were just like a regularly available thing. I love DJ Max, so that fit right in for me. Yeah, so I'm not like a huge rhythm game person, but I have played rhythm games. Like, I did play like DDR and Bump It Up like before a long time ago, like, you know, for like dance games. And then I have done like I played a lot of Theater Rhythm, like on my DS and stuff. Like, yeah, there's like a bunch of other games that I've like played rhythm games wise. Just, yeah, I don't play like Osu or like specific like rhythm games that are popular right now. But yeah, it was fun. I like the balloon thing. It was like Pac-Man. Oh yeah, that one was fun too. It's kind of funny. All right, cool. All right, so let's go ahead and put this into the case now. I think it's pretty much ready to go. So let's first of all open up our case. DDR was amazing. I brought a dance pad to college. People loved it. Oh, that sounds like a good time. It's a little bright, isn't it? I'll maybe turn down the ISO on this a little. Okay, I think that's a little better. I think the reflection is just a little bit too bright on that. Technically, typing test can be a rhythm game. That is very much true. Anyway, Tyler, if you're still here, I hope you had a good stream. I don't know what you did today, so you can tell me about it if you're still in chat. I hope you had a good one. And thank you again for the raid. He built a Tomo? Oh, Tomo's a nice board. I like the Tomo. Alright, so here's the top piece. As you can see, has little alignment tic tacs. Some people call them little tic tac alignment pegs thingies, like for the corners here. Right here, and then you can see how there's some screw holes. So pretty cool. All right. So I actually have never tried a derivative before, so I don't actually. So derivative is what, top mount and O-ring compatible. Basically, we can do both top mount and O-ring basically from using these guys here. And then from using, or from using the O-ring, right? So, pretty nice. Let's go ahead and install our DB first. It's like Goosekit O-ring. Oh, I see. Okay. Cool. Very cool. Top mount, relief cut, leaf spring, and O-ring. Very informative. Thank you, Wen. It's very helpful. Okay. So if that's the case, I imagine people might want to hear it twice, basically with the different kinds. So we can start with one and then do the other, right? Are you examining the slope of those curves? Yeah, I took the derivative. So if I must take the derivative, then I get to keep this prototype. Because I, well, took the derivative. There are 3 mounts for this board. Okay. I see them. There are a bunch of bolts here too, which I'm going to put on a separate tray. Yeah, top mount relief cut. Yeah, that's what I figured. I figured you would only choose one of the two. So to explain that to the people who don't know what it means, which I assume there are some of you who are here to kind of see it for yourselves. So here, if you look at the plate, my bad, there are these relief cuts here. Right, so this is kind of like the leaf spring kind of cut, where basically if you you know, hold it by these parts, you know, you get some of that relief from these cuts. So that's one way to mount it. So you would basically mount it by those. And then there is these guys, which are like the top mount style. So you guys see the kind of like the more traditional little tab here, and again, it is held by those tabs. So the screws go here, here. You know, so there's five screws that you would use, including this one right here. And then finally, the option that you get last is to use the O-ring. So you just wrap the O-ring around the assembly and then mount it into the case. So yeah. So those are the different ways you can do this. So I'll go ahead and I guess we can just try one and then the next and so on. So we'll do that, I guess. So maybe we can try with the screws first. So let's see. I assume these are extra screws, extra bolts for the case. Then there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I assume these are extra screws for like M2 screws. So we're just gonna, I'm assuming this is the correct length for these guys. These silver ones. They look like 6 millimeters or so. Alright, let's try with the top mount first. Regular top mount. Wait a sec. Is this... Yeah, this is the right length. We'll be using hex socket screws for production? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. For protos, it's honestly whatever. We're just testing things here. We're not... Don't need to be... As long as for the production, you can give the best that you have. Okay, so we're gonna do top mount first. So we use these 5 screwing positions. The short hex screws are for the plate. Long hex screws. You said plate twice. But I mean, as long as it screws down and it doesn't, I mean, I'm assuming the clearance is there, so I think it's fine. Meant for the case lip. Oh yeah. I mean, the long ones, of course, these are obviously case bolts. I mean, that's pretty obvious. I think there's no chance that those would fit into the. I mean, you would have to force it if you did that. Then that's not good. All right, let's go ahead and plug this into the daughter board. And tuck it in nicely. Flip it around and put our case screws. See, so you know how I have said several times that I don't like it when people use M2 screws for case screws. But I do think it is more specific also to how many screws are you using and where. So there are some case screws, like for example some of the screwless designs that use very short and very small screws, and they're only at like 4 positions or something like that, or like 5. And I'm like, what if these break? What if these strip? So it's always a concern. In this case, we have like 8 bolts for the case, which I think is fine. Like, you know, keeps the case nice and shut. And because this is just from the bottom like this, I guess the chance of you like having to really strip these screws is a bit smaller. But yeah, I do tend to prefer larger case screws, like M2.5s and above. M2s are fine though, they do still work. But definitely something that I have seen some designs where I'm like, M2 is just too small and too short sometimes, the screws are, so like they're just likely to break or likely to strip. Alright, matrix screws, M2 head with N3 size threads. Not all, no. Not all the boards are like that, no. Torx is the way. I mean, well, so for head design is different, right? So hex, Torx, you know, Phillips, right? That's different. I do prefer hex or Torx. But I'm talking about the diameter of the screws. For the screw, for the threading port, for the threaded portion. Hex looks the nicest. I do agree that hex does look very nice. All right, so I believe Codabra redeemed for GMK Classic Retro Arabic. So we'll do that. I think Ankit, I'll give you the refund. He wanted to go for Zooted, but yeah, I think he said beige was fine. Alright, I'll go ahead and get retro beige Arabic. So BRB, Alright. So we are back. As you can see, I'm here in the tripod right here. Let me see what the side view is like. Oh, I definitely shifted over a little bit too much. There, that's better. Alright, so for this, I think I'm gonna go ahead and unplug this for a second. So I have my retro air brake on this particular board right now, which is the Saber. Gotta move those caps over. Alright, so it's on this board right now. I gotta just shift over some caps. So get my key puller, and let's see. Okay, so this should just be these guys. So I always do the first row without, like with a puller, because you can't really get under the cap. So I don't want to like break the stems, right? So I always try to be very careful about how much force I'm putting into the removal. Always put all the the finger all the way underneath the stem part so that there's no unsafe removal of that. Do that, and then okay. My fingers can't fit under it. Yeah, I mean, it obviously depends on how that works out for you. Okay, I'll use that. Just need a few other things. I'll just use the tilde instead of the pipe, like 1U pipe. And just need to get, yeah, and also for MX clears, definitely want to be more careful. Definitely for the MX clears, I probably want to use. Probably just want to be careful about like removing keycaps. So let me see. I think I'm still missing an FN key. I'm missing a 1.5U backspace. It's right here. All right. Oh, this can go back there. Have those new clears come out yet? I don't think so, right? Or oh wait, have they? I actually don't remember. Red enter, I think probably looks good. Just gonna use it. Ooh, OG style wind keys. Pretty cool. Wish there was a red alu plate available. Ooh, that would look banging with something like this, for example. Red underneath the keycaps showing, peeking through. Yeah, we're already a quarter of the way through of 2023, which is crazy. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should actually get the 1U pipe. Kind of looks off having that next to the enter key, next to the equals plus sign key that doesn't have the sub legends. I'll find it. It should be right there. Huh? Didn't I just have the shift key? Did I accidentally put it back into the bag? Oh, yeah. Hi, from where are these keycaps? This is called GMK Classic Retro Arabic. It's a pretty rare set, relatively. That was run through Originative Co. a long time ago. So yeah, Classic Retro Arabic is the name of the set. And yes, beige on silver. Never lost. Never lost. Alright. Let's get some keys here. Oh. Wow, around 20% unpaid. Oh, I see we're talking about invoices. Alright. Pick some artisans. I guess red is probably the move, although I guess we can also use something like beige or tan sort of colored. I have some keys here that I think would match nicely. So maybe we can try these guys here. Maybe we'll try this GSK unicorn. Pretty nice. Whoop. That Earl is kind of perfect. Yeah, I think the Earl will work pretty nicely too, so I'll put that on here. Oh, I forgot to put these little shims on the stabs. It should be fine though, as long as I'm not removing the caps right now. All right, there it is. So let's plug this guy in. Let's see, does this cable fit? Actually, let me see, does this fit? Oh yeah, that'll work. Okay, cool. Do you have a Miru Lightning? I probably do. I don't have it right here. I'll take some pictures. I'm pretty sure I have some pictures actually. But I'll go get it in a bit actually too. Yeah. All right. So, how's that looking? Looking good? Okay, so let's get this started. I'm just gonna shift over the mic. Okay, cool. So this is what Keycaps said. This is a GMK Classic Retro Arabic. It's a bit of a rare set, but it's out there. I think Origin of Co ran it at one point. So that's what it is. All right, folks. Let's get to type on this. So right now we have top mount with this particular case. This is a silver derivative prototype. We do have some dummy switches underneath the blockers here so that the O-ring, actually no, but the O-ring isn't placed, but that's for the O-ring later. There are standoffs that will be available for JJW KB users for the O-ring if you're using that. But anyway, this is top mount. So it has 5 mounting positions. This is a polypropylene plate with MX blacks, Lube with 205 grade 0 with TX films and some 62-gram springs. And we have a GMK set for keycaps. All right, let's give it a shot. Woo, 138. That was actually a really good run. Oh man, that was on good track, but pretty good. Sounds really nice. Sounds really soft. The polypropylene sounds really nice. It really sounds very soft, not too clacky, not too loud. It has a slight thud kind of to it. Just very, very clean, very nice sound. I really like this polypropylene plate. And this is top mount, so very nice. Was there a bit of hollowness? I would say no, personally. If you heard it, maybe the mic is catching a little bit more of it, but I would say no. I can go through the mods, and if you and the alphas, of course, and if you detect, well, then maybe there is a little bit, but I didn't really think there was any hollowness that was unpleasant or anything like that. So anyway, here are the mods. Lightning, are you a split backspace or a full backspace person? I can switch between the two just fine. Definitely, yeah, a little bit on the heavier side for the 205 application. Definitely a bit more heavily looped switches, but still Pretty smooth, pretty nice. I would say they're not sluggish, at least personally. These type quite nicely. So there's top mount MX Blacks on polypropylene. Okay. So let's go ahead and try the O-ring mount. I think is going to be the more discernible sort of sound difference. So let's go direct to O-ring this time, because while I think Relief or the leaf spring one could be interesting too, I do think we might want to first see the both extremes and then see if we can try a Relief mount afterwards. So this is full polypropylene. How's the typing feel? Really nice. I mean, just very soft. Overall, like, I mean, as far as like mounting wise, like it still does feel like a top mount when you bolt it to the top piece. So that part isn't much different from others, like, recent top mount 60s that I've tried. So pretty soft, pretty nice. Just because of the plate, but it's still like a top mount. So yeah. So let's go ahead and try this O-ring. Yep. Okay. So we do need to undo our screws here. My one gripe with O-ring is that the mods sound kind of weak. Is PC going to clock more than polypropylene? I think the consensus is yes for that. Not sure if what do you guys think? I do think polycarb tends to sound kind of bright, right? Like, I think polycarb people associate it with like a bright sound, right? And polypropylene, I think a lot of people are saying that it sounds kind of more, a bit more muted, a bit more thuddy maybe. Thought polycarb was for the thawk? I don't know. These words are very confusing to me. So don't know. What is thawk? Why is it thawk and not thawk? Why is it thawk? Why does it have to be a deep sound? Why is it not like thawk? It's very thawky, So who knows? What does thawk even mean? Huh? I don't get it. I don't get it. Why is it clack? Like, oh, very bright sound. Why is it not clack? It's arbitrary. Depends on who says it. If a kid's saying it, maybe they just have a higher pitched voice, and that's what it sounds like to them. No toper, no thawk. Yeah. All right. Anyway, let's get this properly seated. Oh, I see what Justin's trying to say here with the ledge thing. Let's just make sure that our case is properly, our plate is properly seated. Just a little spudger motion action here. Okay. Looks good, I think. Yep. Right? Yep. Okay. Is it frictional ring? Fractional ring? If you take the derivative of our fractional ring. Shims? Do we need the shims? Let me check what I got a little view guide kind of thing here. Let's see. Yeah, I saw that ledge. Let's just double check that it's properly in. I do think it's still kind of stuck on there. There. I think it's easier if I do it from here and then down. Right? I don't think that's seated. Oh, okay, I see now. Okay, so let's see. I see the ledges at the back as well as the front. Maybe easier to manipulate this from here like that. I had to push it in with a 0.4 millimeter shim. Okay, so should I just use a shim instead? Should I just like, do I like place a shim, or do I shimmy shimmy? Oh, I think the pic's at the bottom of the album. Okay, yeah. Mounted perfectly, top kicks can rest evenly and almost completely closed without any screws. Oh, I see. I see. Sorry for frustrating O-ring mounting. Oh, it's not a big deal. I know what you mean. So okay, you can push down on the bill with a flat palm and not towards the bottom or top, blah blah, or use a very thin plastic shim to push the O-ring off the ledges. Okay, so there are 1 2 3 4 ledges and 1 2 3 4 ledges here. So I'll start from the, I think it's easier for me to push from the top, I mean from the front rather than the back. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of push it in. Okay, is that good? Is that still not quite? I guess that's still not quite seated at the back, right? Because it's not like seated perfectly, right? Okay, maybe I'll use the shims. But I mean, this is kind of just as thin, so just need to know where they are. Have to keep pushing the build down while pushing the O-ring. Yeah, I mean, is it even enough? Wait, oh, it's not showing. Whoopsie. I see. So I just have to keep applying force, eh? All right, fine. 4 ads? Wait, what? Were they long ads or were they short ads? I actually don't know what the ad experience is like because I barely watch Twitch. So I'm sorry if you have to watch long ads. I'm pretty sure my ads are on the shorter side though. At least that's how I thought I set them up, but if it's long then I'm sorry. Okay, looks kind of flat to me. Maybe except for this part here. Okay, is this as good as it gets? Is this good? Like, is this good? No. I mean, it kind of looks fine, but I don't know, maybe not. Is this good? Trying to not press it. I mean, if I just leave it, just do it. Yeah, I feel like if I just put the bolts on, wouldn't it be fine? That's what I thought. That's what I think, at least. I feel like the screws would just push it past the ledge, right? Oops. Oh, God. Well, great. I just let go. So, who knows if it will. We'll see. We'll try. If it sounds weird, then that's why. Yeah. Oh, it's hot. It's really hot in my room. Oh, that camping command. Yeah, that was like a really old stream. I think that was like back in when I was doing was that the 4398 maybe? That was a while back for the switches. Forgot that that was still an active command. Probably should disable at some point. CNC. That's a good one. Alright. That's a good one. How's the anode quality? It's very good. Very nice and even. I mean, take a look at it for yourself. He looks good. Alright, let's give this a shot now. Okay, so here we now have O-ring mount. And I'll turn this fan off now. Alright, so we have now O-ring mount with full polypropylene, MX blacks, and GMK for keycaps. So let's give this a try. Alright, here we go. Oh, I'm like having butterfingers. Oh, that sounded like... There is something here, I think, that I heard that kind of sounded like I hit something, right? Yeah. Alright. Here are the mods. I do think maybe the O-ring did catch at the front, though. Alright. Here are the mods, though. Oh, was I bottoming out on this? Oh yeah, it does bottom out if you press really hard on it. Pretty nice. Do you have other O-ring boards to compare with? I mean, I have like a K, I think, which mounts the O-ring to the top piece, right? But I think that one's built with like a poly, like PC half. That one's really soft because also I think it's like I have like a decently soft O-ring and PC half plate on that. How's it compared with gasket? The gasket double low is a lot like a taller board, and also it sounds a lot more like roomy. And again, the gasket does have that big, it has the flex cut for the PCB. So generally speaking, gasket is a pretty flexy experience overall. So yeah. And yeah, I do have a 356 mini as well, for what it's worth. This is 58. I'll let Justin confirm that. Any thoughts on this compared to the Moment? Ooh, that was a while back. I didn't dislike the Moment, so to think of this and back then is, I mean, I still like the Moment quite a bit typing wise. I just don't remember like if it was like particularly soft or different, so to speak. It was a nice typing experience though. Yeah. Anyway, pretty nice. Pretty nice. Gasket's nice if you manage to get your ship. Mine never did. At least not from the group buy. I did get a gray wind keyless from that buy, and I didn't get it. So, all right. So, any other things that I missed? Did I miss anything? Let's check. So when a squeaker says stock, they mean clack. A wise man once told me talk equals topiary. What's your preference between mounts? I personally really like the top mount, but that's also because generally I do feel pretty biased towards top mount. I'm not gonna deny my preferences. I do just like top mount a lot. I think I prefer top mount because it's sturdy when it's meant to be sturdy, and then you can just make it softer by changing the plate material and full to half. You know what I mean? So when you do a proper top mount, all you do is change the material and the size of the plate, or you know, like the full versus half, and that changes it so much. So I do tend to have a bias towards top mount, because I do tend to prefer, like, I did start with boards that were kind of more stiff and sturdy feeling when I was starting in the hobby, so I think my bias comes from there. I think as time went on, I do still appreciate like soft and flexy boards, but I would say, like, if I have to choose only one, I still tend to pick top mount. At least, I think based on the choices I tend to make, or like at least say when people ask my opinion, I think my bias shows just by mere, like, but just by the numbers of how many times I say I prefer top mount. I think I just have a bias towards it. Yeah. Do you already do relief mount? No, I haven't. O-ring sound better. Top mount feels better. Yeah, I think feels wise though, I do prefer top mount. That said, this does feel nice. Like, one thing that was definitely noticeable was that spacebar sound was a little different, and the mods sounded pretty nice on this O-ring mount. I really like them. That said, I don't know if it actually caught on the, if like earlier I heard like a tap kind of sound here, but I think it was actually maybe like a switch pin bottomed out or something, because maybe I pressed a little hard. So I thought it was maybe like the O-ring not mounted properly, but I think it was just the switch pin being, like, I pressed maybe kind of hard on that. Just trying to get that typing test errors, a few errors rather on the typing test, so maybe I just pressed a little harder. We can try the relief mount though. Yeah. Diego is my bias. I'd pick him over Hugh. No cap? No cap? Can you bet your entire keyboard collection that this is true? Cap is called cap for a reason. Yeah, cap, no cap. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think you should be demoted from West Texas Enterprise CEO-ship if you're lying. You will no longer be West Texas Enterprise's CEO, my friend. For the people who don't know the joke, it's fine. It's just like my Discord server joke thing, and I guess Texas people. Demoted to East Texas. Oof. I'll give it to Rizma or Pogert. Oh boy. If Pogert or Rizma get West Texas Enterprises, man, you know, this morning I was reading about how climate change and we're heading towards the critical point in like 2030. That critical point is gonna be 2025 if you switch ownership like that. They're gonna start obliterating the world by mass producing West Texas MX Black switches. Would you say derivative is a classic clacky board? Well, I mean, if you pick the correct plate material and you use switches that tend to have that kind of sound signature, I would say yes. But I would just generally say like what people call clacky can always be achieved by picking the right plate / switches. Like, you can do it, but people try to define boards by kind of like as if there's like a default sound signature to it. I personally don't believe in it. I kind of think you should determine your preferred keyboard sound by the switches and the plate that you're picking in the first place. So, you know, don't pick a switch that sounds muted if you don't like a muted sound. Right? Do you like the polypropylene plate? I do. It definitely is a lot like what I think Justin, you described the polypropylene like one time. I don't remember what words you used exactly, but it was something about you hating POM and you liking polypropylene, and you described something about it, and I remember like saying like yes, affirming to that, and that's exactly how I do feel about it now. Like I can confirm it. It's that it's soft, but it doesn't have that like when you're building, it doesn't have that annoying like kind of slippery kind of feel that POM has, and it sounds good. It just does sound pretty nice, and it does feel like a plastic, you know, like just like most plastic plates, which is just, you know, softer than aluminum, brass, and steel, right? And I guess copper. Yeah, similar feeling to polycarb, but less resonant than polycarb and not as muted as POM. Yeah, I think I would say I do agree with that. Yeah, I do agree. I do think polycarb has a bit of like, it does have that resonant kind of like brighter kind of sound, but POM does tend to be slightly on the more muted side. I think same goes with the polyethylene ones. Those can sometimes be pretty muted too, I feel. Maybe that's just a build that I did that was muted, but I think at least that polyethylene can end up kind of muted too. Maybe I'm wrong though. Oh, for the relief cut, do I can forgo that one, right? I don't have to do this one because it's in the middle of the tabs. All right, so I'm gonna do relief mount, relief top mount, I guess, now. So this should just go in nicely here. Brass plates were never cool unless for 2 months in 2020. Brass plates were pretty meta for like keyboards between like 2017 and like 2020 for sure. They stayed in that meta for quite some time, actually. Like, they were the default plate for a lot of kits between 2017 and 2020. A lot. For example, my LZGH-V2 has brass plate and MX blacks. Jokes on you, that's when I took a break. Okay, that's fair. If you press someone firmly, you can bottom this one out. No problem in relief mount. Yeah. I think for so neither for O-ring mount nor for any of the mounts so far, I think if you always press hard enough on these boards, especially with a plastic plate, for the assembly, you can bottom out, but realistically, you won't bottom out on typing. So for example, I wasn't making typing mistakes from bottoming out, which is obviously that's a telltale sign of an assembly that's just way too soft and way too close to the bottom piece. That was most definitely not the case. I'm Remy, hello, how are you doing? I'm doing alright. So. Just been busy, but doing okay. I think brass will make a comeback. I wouldn't say it will make a comeback in the same way it was popular, like in standard keyboard like kits. But I do think people will have waves of liking brass for different reasons. Now, back then I wanted PVD brass plate to be all shiny. Now I want my plates black so I don't see between my caps. Yeah, so I also am not a PVD polish person in general. I am all about sandblasted finish, brushed finish. Just nothing that's like shiny and mirror-like, which is really... Maybe it's because also I have this big studio light. It just like reflects all the light. It's just annoying to take photographs of. You know. All these things. So yeah, I'm not about the whole shiny polish meta or look. It's not my aesthetic. Yeah, so it can be nice as accents though, for sure. Like there are places where the glossy and polish can look really sweet, when it's you know, in moderation, so to speak. And yeah, sometimes it just looks very tacky. So red plate on silver, the neutral colors, silver, black, gray looks really good. I think gray and red, like a dark gray case, or even like a medium, like titanium kind of, like gunmetal kind of gray case with a red plate is like the Korean meta. Specifically popular because of K-Mac, pretty sure. K-Mac made red plates with gray and silver cases really popular, and then like everybody started doing it. Actually the TGR Jane, the first one, was, you know, a lot of the times like there was red plate and gray for that specific reasons, because Yutzi is like a, you know, K-Mac fan, and he wanted a K-Mac too and didn't have it, so he basically made one himself. So yeah, all right, let's give this a shot now. This is relief mount, top relief mount, however you want to call it. Again, same specs for everything else, and let's give it a shot, shall we? Oh, I feel it rattling. Did I like close it properly? Okay, let me try this again. Felt it kind of. Was it loose? Did I miss a screw? No, right? Okay, just kind of fell off. Okay, let me try again. Yeah, well, sounding kind of jingly in there, right? Yeah. Oh, is it bottoming out? Is it too soft? Maybe it's too soft, right? Let's see. Yeah, I think that's bottoming out. I think it's too soft for polypropylene, but I have a feeling it's bottoming out on the space bar, because it's held by the tabs on two sides. So I think it's bottoming out at the center of the spacebar, where there's also like these cuts. So that's my guess. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take out the plate and see how that spacebar is behaving. I'll tighten up the relief cut. Didn't have the issue with PC. Yeah, I guess it is too. I mean, well, hey, this is exactly why you do prototypes, is to try things out before you actually move on to production and then realize you did it all wrong. That's like your worst nightmare. I mean, well, assuming that you're okay with dealing with all the shit show that follows. But that's exactly why we do this. So let's see. Yeah, it's pretty soft. There's a very small amount of clearance on the case, so let me take out these screws first so I don't like scratch anything up. But I'll like flip this over and show you what it looks like from on the inside. So like, right, so like here's the case, right? So not too much clearance here, like, you know, sits a little bit lower, right? So definitely bottoming out, I think. But if you look at the spacebar area, it's not supported by the tabs, right? The spacebar is right here. This is the spacebar right here. So yeah, you can see how it moves quite a bit. Even if you don't press like super hard, it definitely like vibrates a decent bit down. Actually, pay attention to this corner right here. So yeah, it shifts a bit down. So it's kind of soft, so I think it's bottoming out for sure, like right there. Yeah, so I think the polypropylene is just a little bit too soft for this particular mounting. Maybe that's why, yeah, but that's exactly why we try new things. Pretty cool. All right, well, that's fine. You know, that'll get revised and for production, so nothing to worry about. This is why we try. Alu never failed proof right here. I mean, it is true that alu is very nice. But again, yeah, I mean, we also need to, yeah, limit test, right? Okay, so that's cool. Should we just go back to top mount to wrap it up here? I think I'm just gonna do the, I don't know actually what content the others might have made, like anybody else who built a derivative. Who else built one? Alex built one, or did he already build it? I don't know. If he hasn't yet, if he does build one, okay, maybe I'll do that top mount one so it doesn't overlap too much. I imagine everybody has slightly different setups, but still. Hey, you're the first? Oh, okay. Yeah, I did move up my schedule a little bit. I was initially planning on doing this stream closer to the group buy period, a little bit closer, like maybe like after it had started, but yeah, plans change a little. Great. Yeah, so relief a little too soft, just for the spacebar specifically. So that'll get changed a little bit, tweaked a little bit. I think this, if it just comes a little bit closer to the middle, it'll be okay. All right, so back to top mount we go. So now that you guys heard O-ring for a bit, you guys heard top mount at the very beginning, you might have already forgotten. Let's give it a shot again. And maybe you'll reconsider and think, oh man, maybe I should build it top mount if I get this board. But I'm sure that if you have the board, you'll probably get to try both anyway. Pretty simple. It's just like 13 screws, I guess, if you count the case and the mounting screws. It's not too bad. Better than like the 20 some of the Jane V2. I see. So we're starting off with the quote-unquote boring colors like silver, and then I'm sure that Alex and Ryan will build some Bane colored boards too. Did Alex get the blue? I think that was what I saw. don't remember. He did unbox it. I think he got blue. Yeah, that's what I thought. Then I imagine maybe Ryan is gonna get the clay or the green. I think clay looks the best. The clay looks different. It's just different from the usual anodizing offers that are out there. Just because it's not like mostly like the neutral colors are opted for first, and then like other colors, but people tend to go with the colorful colors like blue, red, pink, purple. I only got a clay chip. Oh, okay. Red will go to Ryan. He's a red stan. Oh, I do know he's a red stan. Yeah. Alright. So we are now back to top mount. The good old. So let's give it a shot. Alright. Let's give it a try. Back to top mount. Same build as always. MX Blacks on full polypropylene plate. And Keycaps. Yeah, pretty nice. I really like the alphas on top mount, I think that's what I liked a lot right now on top mount. Now that I went back to it after hearing the O-ring, I think the alphas just sound really crisp on top mount. And the spacebar is a bit quieter maybe, so it's it doesn't stand out as much, the spacebar. I think O-ring, the spacebar stands a lot more, but this one is a little bit, it doesn't stand out nearly as much, also probably because of the top mount positions not being close to the spacebar. So yeah. You're using the extra top mount screw? I am using, but it's at the center, at the top part, so it's not at the bottom. So I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. Yeah. All right, mods again. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Top mount very good. Yeah, I do agree. I agree that top mount is a great mount. Yeah, I think the alpha sound really nice on this plate and top mount. It's really, really nice. I do definitely prefer it to the O-ring. But the O-ring mods sounded crisp. Very clean, very nice. Yeah, overall, I think my thoughts on the board is that it sounds pretty nice. Specifically, the plate is a nice surprise. It had been a while since I tried this, I think. Polypropylene I think the last time I tried it was on the Prophet, probably. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So how's a PP plate compared to palm? It's like about as soft as PC and palm, I would say, but a little less muted. Boomerang Guru. Yeah. Yeah, it's like similar feel to polycarb and palm. Palm polycarb and polypropylene, honestly, feel-wise, kind of similar because they're all plastics. They're all just polymers, right? But yeah. I would say like feel-wise, I mean, sorry. Yeah. But sound-wise, they do sound different. I think PC, people tend to say it's a bit, I mean, people say PC is bright, right? But maybe it depends on the board. On my KFE, for example, it sounds really bright. Were people doing polypropylene before profit? I don't remember. I don't think so, but I don't remember. Maybe for small things, small run kind of things, private or small runs kind of thing. But I think the first group buy board, I think Profit was the first one to use it. Yeah. Some polycarb much more rigid stiff. I see. Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing also the size of the board will matter, right? Like bigger boards. You know, it probably depends on the form factor and like the mounting and all that. So probably feels a little bit different. But yeah, pretty nice. All right, gonna move the mic over here. All right, so someone's gonna give nylon plates another go. The problem with nylon was that it would deform, right? I think that was the problem with nylon. It was that it was deforming. Which actually nylon and deforming of nylon is not uncommon and not unheard of. If you recall the Rama M65A, the nylon bottom had shrinkage issues, had fitment issues, had screw tap issues. It had a lot of issues. It sounded great though, but it did have a lot of issues. That said, the M65A wasn't particularly like wow, mind-blowing quality machining wise, because it did have some like weird quirks in between, but the nylon bottom really sounded good. And I do remember some people had done like nylon plates, but yeah, it had shrinkage and like warping issues and whatnot. So nylon definitely a concern when it comes to like thin materials like plates probably. And yeah, humidity. Yeah, so environmental factors affecting is even worse. Like what if you live like, you know, like in Southeast Asia where it's like pretty humid most of the time. So Mrs. Stream, how's the board? Pretty nice. Secret Myth. Really nice and soft. In this case, I think the softness is due to the plate. I think if this were an aluminum plate, it would feel pretty much like most top mount aluminum kind of cases. But it sounds pretty good with this polypropylene plate. And yeah, overall I think the case sounds really nice. Like as in like it has a bit of roominess, so the sound evolves nicely with these MX Blacks. It sounds good. Don't really think it needs foam or shelf liner personally. I really just like the sound as it is. Even if you use different switches, I think it will be fine. Possible that with tactile switches, sometimes you can exacerbate some of like the hollowness or some of like the pinginess that a case might have. That's just the nature of tactile switches because of the leaves as well. But yeah, I think for linears, like, you know, it'll probably sound pretty good in general. O-ring was pretty good too. I would say slightly bright, slightly less muted and slightly louder on the modifiers, and so like compared to like the alphas. I personally prefer the top mount for the typing, but the O-ring is definitely noticeably softer. And then we tried relief mount, which is like using 4 points, 2 at the bottom, 2 at the top. Unfortunately for this polypropylene plate, it was too soft, so the spacebar would bottom out, so you could hear the little tapping sound. So not too pleasant for that. So we, you know, this will get fixed for production, of course, solely because of the, you know, softness of plastic plates, right? That's pretty much the summary of the stream, right? If I missed anything. Could you mix it with something to decrease the shrinking issue? I am no plastics expert. Why not just use impact modified nylon? Don't ask me. I don't know anything about nylon. TBH. Alright, so we'll just show you guys what the board looks like up close. So here it is. This is our good old top view. The bottom looks a lot like their Keycaps #1 kind of design, where you have this kind of semi-ellipsoidal arch, somewhat island design. Some people call it island bottom, where the, I think, centered USB port and on the island itself looks very nice. Here's our side profile. It looks very interesting, thanks to the fact that there's a cut here. So basically this part faces you first, and then there is this curve that's sort of like this part, you know, because of the shadows, it looks like a whole different levels. It looks very nice, very kind of like, it draws a nice line here. Very soft curve here. Pretty normal seam, you know, pretty small, very small chamfer there at the seam, but noticeable seam nonetheless. Just nice and clean, crisp, clean. Bezels, definitely the side bezels are on the thinner side. You do notice there is a front lip that runs from one side to the other, but it kind of tapers in the middle. It kind of has a bit of that, a bit of curvature here, so it kind of tapers at the middle and then goes all the way to the end. And I guess that pretty much covers it, right? And then here's our bottom, where we have our bump-ons. We have a derivative engraving here. There's one on the inside as well. It says, like, there's a JJW logo on the inside over here, and then there's the derivative engraving. There's our little polished accent piece. And then this is a sandblasted stainless steel, what it looks like. And can you do one more sound test? I'll just do like something quick, like with the mic here, so it'll be like, hello. Something like that. So pretty nice. So yeah. So it looks like the derivative may need a few adjustments for the plastic plates, because that way plastic plates can be an integral part of a enthusiast's core experience of the derivative keyboard by JJW KB. I'll stop. Okay. Is that a that joke? Yes, it is, unfortunately. Would you say compared to O-rings, like the unicorn, it's a more deeper sound? Oh, yeah, I would say so. I think the unicorn's like bright, like that, like poppy kind of sound that it has is definitely due to the fact that it's this one-piece tray, and with the way like the O-rings mounted. So yeah, it's definitely different from that. Yeah. You really went on a tangent there. I know. I just had to check the, I just had to check the rate of change there, Anyway, okay, I'll stop. This is embarrassing at this point. I do have one last thing here while I have people's attention. I did want to just kind of show this new key set that came in from Keycaps. I'm not doing anything with it, but I did want to show it just because it did come in very recently. I mean, pretty much like today. This is a new set that's going to be coming out soon through Nice VVT and Keycaps. This is indeed sponsored content, so don't blame me for it. But I did want to show you because I also think it's a pretty cool set, TBH. I think it, I have my biases, and you'll see why. And specifically, it's that it uses some neutral colors. It uses this very bright kind of cream sort of modifiers. Oops. And nice tray here. And it has Greek sub-legends in red. Greek sub-legends in red, which look very nice. And I'm obviously biased for Greek sub-legends because I ran Greek Beige for GMK. But anyway, this is pretty nice. And as you might or might not know, Nice PBT has been reworking their legends along with Keycaps as well. Actually, Keycaps has just in general have been reworking legends iteratively over time to improve the quality of the legends, as well as emulate the way they look on Cherry profile. I mean on Cherry like GMK keycaps. So it's really good. I would say it's really nice and crisp dye sublimation, very good, pretty consistent. Kerning is still pretty good, I would say, for the price especially, and alignment's still pretty good too. So pretty good deal, IMO. I kicked off the tilde key over here, but yeah, good deal in my opinion. But this set has pretty nice colors, IMO, dark letters on light base. So yes, this is all regular dye sub. It does have your red accents here. It does have some little cute novelties. It does have red sub legends on our numpad over here. And then some extra keys over here, extra B of course, and then I believe it has some more accents and spacebar. It even has the 40s 1.75U or whatever that size enter is in red as well, which is nice. And it includes a little keycap puller if you need it. But yeah, good compat. So this set should be coming pretty soon through Canon Keys. They should be announcing sooner than later. It is called Nice PBT Growth. I believe this set is designed by Auxo, Auxo, however you want to call it. So yeah, but pretty nice, good compat, good colors. IMO, I think compared to some other sets that we've seen, definitely pretty balanced kind of color choice, and just looks very nice and clean. And so yeah, it's very nice. Oh no, not Auxo. Izeri and Keybad with who's Auxo then? Was that something else? Maybe I was confusing with something else. Maybe I read it somewhere else. Maybe, never mind. Forget about it. So what does this say? Nice PBT blastase. I don't know what that Greek says. Nice PBT blastoise. Just kidding. Anyway. Pretty good. Anyway, just wanted to show that off. Also, Lana, I remember your Esper set. I'll send it over to you soon. I'll be in touch with you soonish. Greek Moomin. Greek Moomin. Definitely a little bit different from Moomin, I would say. That's funny. That's funny because of what people are saying about Moomin, but anyway. Means growth in Greek. Ah, okay. I see. Makes sense. Ah, okay. Sorry about butchering. I don't want to butcher the language, so maybe I was like, I should stop here. I'm reading back here. Oh, thanks for the thoughts and build. No, it's expertly done. Oh, no problem. Thanks for sending it out, Justin. Does the derivative get the lightning cosine? Get the lightning cosine. So was I taking the derivative of a curve, specifically a periodic curve that starts at 0, which is just sine of x? Okay, I'll stop. Alright. Alright, so I guess that's about it. So let's see. Next stream, I believe I will be modding an KB. So no prototype next stream. And then I do have a little announcement to make, sort of. So this week I'm only doing 2 streams. Also, I mean, for a schedule, yes, but also because this coming weekend, I'm actually going to be attending PAX East. So I was invited to come to PAX East by Intel Gaming. So I'll be doing a little stream, a co-stream with Intel Gaming on Saturday afternoon. So yeah, I don't have a formal announcement just yet, just because I'm still waiting for like assets and stuff. But it should be co-streamed over to this channel. So I think I have to arrange it. So yeah, it should be co-streamed on this channel. I believe the event starts at 12:30 Eastern time, so 9:30 a.m. Pacific on Saturday. And I believe I'll just be basically doing a board, kind of like, you know, like keyboard related stuff. And yeah, so I'll be at the booth. If you guys do attend PAX, maybe say hi. Let me know. I haven't been to Boston in many years. I used to go to Boston pretty often, so I am decently well acquainted with the place. But I didn't live there, so if you are from the Boston area or you're going to PAX, you know, feel free to hit me up. Definitely would be fun. Lightning making moves again. Yeah, no, just someone that a very close acquaintance who was very kind to reach out, and they work with Intel. So yeah, that'll happen soon on Saturday. But before then, I should probably stream one more time on this week, where I will just be doing a chill HKB modding stream. So which should be the same as previous HKB modding, but it should be fun if you want to come by and say hi. Please remember us when you're famous. I already remember you. Just kidding. I'm not famous yet. Boston lobster rolls. Oh yeah. You know, there's one place that has really good lobster rolls. That's Neptune Oyster. It's a spot in Boston that's really good. Kind of expensive, but they have really good lobster rolls, if I recall, and good oysters too. But anyway, I'll probably wrap it up there. Let's go raid somebody. I don't know who's currently streaming, but we can check here. Let's see, keyboard. I see Miss Shinchin Wong is doing some World of Warcraft today. It appears. Let's see, who do I see here now? It's Firewire is doing some chores. I don't see other keyboard people currently live, actually. So we can go raid somebody else too. I do see Mr. The Jang, who is our friend from the Makers and Crafting category. He does Lego and Gundam, Gunpla stuff. Really amazing collection that he has. He's pretty legendary in that scene. So if you want to also see Gunpla stuff, you can do that. And I think that's oh, she's going to do keyboards now? Oh, okay, let's go raid Patricia. All right, let's go raid Patricia. We haven't raided Patricia in a while. So let's go raid Shinchin Wang. All right, guys, I want to thank you guys for coming by. Let's say lightning raid. Hope. What should we say? Please, Pat. Please, give Ginkgo a pat and a snacks. Meow go. Meow go heart. Does that work? Did I spell Ginkgo right? I think I did. Hopefully I did. If I missed it, I'm sorry. Sometimes I misspell that. That's a hard word to spell. Alright, friends. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'll see you guys later in the week. Have a good evening. Have a good rest of your week. I'll see you guys later. And again, thank you so much. Take care. And see ya.